Hello, hello. Hello. Glasses a little foggy. Welcome in, guys. Hello, hello. On this hump day. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Rita, hello. Oh, you guys are too sweet. Thank you, Rita. Welcome, welcome. All right. Who's ready for the Diava Smackdown? Hi, OJM on YouTube. Great to see ya. All right, guys, here we go. Hi, Ruben. She signs on every day at 4, waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge her fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got bite. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's old and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show. Request up if you voted for Trump. Streets, equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diana delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a free Diana, a crusader of truth." Her sassy one-liners carry more than one truth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for you, MAGA. Stop being so emotional. Yes, I'm talking to you, MAGA men. The weakest of them all. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Everybody else, just hit that screen. We usually between 5 and 10,000, we hit the For You page. We haven't quite hit it yet. So keep on interacting. It'll help push us out on the For You page quicker. Thank you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you disagree with me, request up. If you disagree, request up. It's just that simple. Not hard. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. If you are requested to come up and you don't, then you're probably going to be muted in the comment section because you don't get to hide out and wimp it out in the comment section. You need to come up. We're here for conversations. Nobody goes to lives to just sit and watch me talk to myself. So come on up and let's discuss. Something on my glasses I cannot get off is driving me crazy. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I'm going to bring up my backup account here and then we'll get going.
All right, make sure you're all following my backup account at the bottom of the screen there. And if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. If you do not agree, come up. Let's talk. If you do not agree, come up and let's talk. We're here for conversations. Don't wimp it out in the comment section. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have it. If you don't agree with my background, if you don't think we should be bringing him back home, come up. Let's talk about it. We're here for conversations, not for me just to talk. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with bringing him back, come up and tell me why. Come on, Trump voters. Look at all these. Look at all these people that have zero courage. They just want to stay crying in the comment section. Whoa. So scared. Yeah, I match energy. If you want to have a conversation and you're not up here just spewing a bunch of nonsense and we have a normal conversation, I can be cool. If you do not, if you have more than 10 followers, yeah, please don't come up here if you have one follower because I'm not going to bring you up. But if you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with bringing Garcia back home, come up and tell me why. Let's talk. I don't want you to answer me in the comment section. I want you to come up here and have a conversation with me. So if you voted for Donald Trump, yeah, they're all Russian bots. Exactly. Because these are all bots, or they're just scared, or they regret their vote, or they can't defend it. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, they'd be up here. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up here. I see you guys cowering in the comment section. If you disagree with me, request up. Let's talk. If you voted for Donald Trump and you disagree, request up and let's talk. Request to join. It's not that hard. I even put my backup account down there, so all you have to do is hit the little request right on top of that box on my backup account down there. And it's really hard. Somebody in the comments like, here I am. Yeah, and you're not requesting up either. You're not my type. I promise you're not my type either. And I'm not, this isn't a dating service. We're having a conversation. You're not my type. Like, oh my God, I have to be your type to have a conversation. Wow, you people are weird. Like, there's one thing for sure is that Trump supporters are so fucking weird. Just so weird. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree, hit the guest request and come up. Woo, thank you. If you've been requested to come up and you still don't come up, you don't request, you don't do anything, you're probably going to get muted. Because you're supposed to be in the box talking to me. I'm not allowing Harris supporters to come up here right now, so only Trump supporters are allowed. So they have the comment section. That's fair. What's blocking you, Pamela? Now I just invited you. You have no excuse now. All you have to do is accept. 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 What's your excuse now? You're still not accepting? I already invited Pamela to come up. She's declining. Mentirosa. If you voted for Donald Trump, just trash. Just straight trash. Oh my God. Pamela's like, I'm right here. It's blocking me. It won't let me. So I sent her an invitation. She didn't accept. One of my mods sent her an invitation. She didn't accept. Such a liar. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Even if you don't know anything about the case, we can talk about it. If you're not sure what's happening with the case, I can fill you in. It's super easy. Like, I don't know how someone could not know this story. It's like literally all over the fucking news every single day, but sure. Like, you got to be living under a rock to not know what's happening. Jay, now, did you vote for Trump?
Of course.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
50, Texas.
All right.
Last time I was up, you kicked me in about 2 minutes because you didn't like my opinion.
I don't ever block people for just having an opinion. You either have to say something that's really gross, homophobic, transphobic, racist,
No, we can talk about this case.
or call me, but you came up on a backup account, so.
No.
And then you're not blocked.
2.0. Diavatalks 2.0, 3.0, whatever it was.
Oh, it was 2.0. Oh, yeah, I'm back on my main. Yeah. It was probably something very vile and disgusting because I'm here for conversation. I just don't allow people to belittle me, degrade me, or degrade or belittle other people.
No, I was talking about this case, about the Tennessee part of this case.
I don't care. It's absolutely moot. It has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
The only issue is due process. It's Constitution. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. I am not standing up for his character. I'm not defending any of his life. Excuse me, I'm speaking. Do not interrupt me. I do not allow men to interrupt me, and it won't start with you. This has nothing to do with him personally, his character, what he may or may not have done, what allegations are in his past. Literally none of that matters. This is strictly a constitutional argument. Period. That's it. I don't care about Tennessee. I don't care about any of the stuff from 2019. None of that matters because what's happening right now is that Donald Trump is violating the Supreme Court. They violated this man's constitutional rights to due process, and that is all we are up here. That's all I'm defending. That's it.
Okay, so let's go to the facts.
No, I'm talking about the Constitution and due process. I don't care about the court case from 2019. I don't care about Tennessee. I don't care about 2021. Okay, because I'm not talking about his character or anything in his past.
Okay. He's in El Salvador right now, correct?
Correct.
Is he an El Salvadorian citizen?
No, he gave up his citizenship to El Salvador when they gave him legal protected status here.
He's not a citizen of the United States.
Nope, but he was here legally on a legally protected status that the Trump administration gave him.
Is he an El Salvadorian citizen?
No.
How did he disclaim his citizenship? Show me paperwork, since we're talking about facts, that he disclaimed.
He has protected status and he was a legal resident. That's all there is to it.
You have citizenship, ma'am. You have it in some country or not.
He gave up his citizenship. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
You'd have to show me proof of that.
You can do your homework. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the Constitution. I don't even care if he didn't give up his citizenship. That still doesn't matter. It still has absolutely nothing to do with the United States government, Donald Trump administration violating the Constitution. Regardless of who he was a citizen of, he was here on a legal protective status and he was here legally. Period.
Where is he now?
We all know where he is, and there is no point. There is no point.
Where's the president of that country?
It doesn't matter. The Supreme Court told him to bring him back.
How can our Supreme Court control another country?
Then Donald J. They can't. But Donald J. Trump, shut up and let me fucking answer. No wonder I keep muting you and getting rid of you. You're annoying as fuck.
You're the one that keeps running.
I want you to be quiet.
I speak for 1 second and you speak for 5.
I need you to be quiet. It's my live. If you want to speak on a bridge, go start your own live, okay? But the problem is the Trump administration sent him there by error, and their attorney for the Department of Justice admitted to the judge it was a mistake. So they said, you have to bring him back. And the Supreme Court said, you have to bring him back. And that means whatever fucking means necessary. Stop giving Bukele the money. We're giving him $6 million $6 million to house the prisoners. Stop giving him money. Send in SEAL Team 6. I don't give a fuck. You got to bring him back. That's what the Supreme Court said. You got to bring him back. It doesn't matter how you do it. You got to bring him back. That's it.
Speak now. Can I speak now?
Am I speaking?
I don't know.
No, I'm not. Go.
We can override another country.
Yes.
And say,
yes.
How? So you
no.
still Team 6.
Yeah, we can absolutely bring him back. Yes. Yes, the Supreme Court ordered him to bring him back.
Their country law, their laws in their countries don't matter at this point, is what you're saying.
No.
Wow, interesting.
Nope. The Supreme Court said to bring him back. You fucked up. You bring him back. That's it. That's not deportation. What they did is kidnap this man off the street and send him to a death camp with no due process. So yeah, you're gonna bring him back no matter what it takes. You're gonna bring him back no matter what it takes.
He's not there anymore. You know that, right? Why are you spreading narratives? That's not a fact. What you just said.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
He's not in that camp.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Now I'm gonna block you again because you suck and I hate you. Goodbye. No wonder I had you blocked on all my other accounts. You're unsufferable. I don't do the semantics bullshit. Well, he's not in that. They put him in a separate facility. He's not in that particular one. He's in a different one across the yard. Like, give me a break, man. Give me a fucking break. Good God. The Constitution was violated. That's all I'm here to talk about. I know he gets blocked from every life because he's so insufferable. It's just being obtuse for a reason. Well, he's at home. Well, where is he? No, I know where he is. Duh. I know where he is.
Hello.
Hey, I can't see. No, Rachel, did you vote for Trump?
I did not. Hell no, I did not. Why would I vote for him?
Okay, awesome. W's in the chat, but no, I'm only looking for Trump voters only right now. I don't bring friendlies up until 6 p.m. Eastern. So for 4 to 6 p.m., I bring up Trump voters, and then after 6 to 7, I bring up anybody. So thank you for being here. I hope you understand, but I can't let every friendly just come up and say something or to be an echo chamber. And nobody wants that. So I appreciate it. If you voted for Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. You're sick of people like me? Okay.
Now I support you. Fuck Donald Trump.
Okay, good. W's. I'm sick of people like you. You mean people who stand up for the Constitution and the rule of law? I mean, I know you don't, Tracy, because you voted for a convicted felon, so you don't care about the rule of law, but I do. And real Americans, real American patriots do believe in the Constitution and upholding the law. Unlike you. We're sick of you little schnazzies, you good little brown shirts. I bet, Tracy, you would have told them where Anne Frank was hiding, wouldn't you? Good little schnazzy. Notice I invited Tracy up, but they didn't accept. Yeah. Yeah. That tracks. I'm so sick of people like you.
Hey.
Cindy, how did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
All right, how old are you? How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
I'm 64, and I live in Illinois. It didn't do me any good to vote for Trump because we're a blue state.
Well, every vote matters. I always tell everybody, every vote matters. So why do you not agree about bringing Brigo Garcia home?
trying to bring that guy home. I really do. I think
No, they're not.
Really.
They're not. No, because Trump has been on TV, and his press secretary has been on TV, and they have said, we're not bringing him back. He's not coming back. Like, they're literally defying the Supreme Court and the Constitution.
You can't do that.
I thought you lived in Iowa based on your profile, your bio.
I live in, well, yeah. I have a reason for that.
Nobody in Illinois says Illinois. Why did you?
I live in Illinois.
Whatever, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But he's violating the Constitution. He's violating the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said you were wrong. They admitted they were wrong, but they did it by mistake. And they said, "Are you going to bring him back?" I'm like, "Nope."
Well, see, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, it's fucked up because it could be me and it could be you.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a Trump supporter, but I think that was wrong. But he's going to make mistakes, you know.
We don't make mistakes with human beings' lives. No, we don't. That's not a mistake. They kidnapped this man off the street and sent him to a concentration camp without due process. That's not a mistake. That was on purpose. And there was hundreds others that he sent too. And they said 2/3 of them did not even have a criminal history at all. And that camp, even Bukele says, the only way you come out of that prison is in a casket.
Oh, I know. It's a terrible prison.
So are you calling your congressman and saying, "Hey, I voted for him, but this is not right"?
No,
You need to do something about this. You need to speak up.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we're the ones, the Democrats are the ones who are like, "Hey, this is a violation of the Constitution. Hey, you're ignoring federal courts. Hey, you're ignoring the Constitution." And Republicans, MAGA is like, "Oh well, too bad."
He's gonna do that. He can't do that.
Well, he has figured out he can't do that. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. There is no one else above them. Told him, "You have to do this," and they're going to hold him in. They can hold him in contempt of court. But who's going to make him?
Well, he doesn't have the power to keep sending people over there. He doesn't. I mean, he's just one man. He's not God.
Oh my God.
He's
Who's
not
going
a
to
man.
make him? Who's going to make him bring him back? If he's ignoring the Supreme Court, who's going to make him bring him back?
Well, I don't know how I can ignore the Supreme Court.
Well, he is. That's the problem. That's why you keep hearing people say we're in a constitutional crisis, because this is the first time a sitting president has ever ignored a Supreme Court order.
Yeah.
This is called fascism. We have checks and balances for a reason. We have 3 co-equal branches of government to keep each other in checks and balances, right? Well, the Congress gave up theirs. The legislative branch gave up theirs. They're just sitting back doing nothing and kowtowing to him and giving him the power over them. So they're not doing anything about it. Well, that he's already taken over the legislative branch. The only other branch he could take over and consolidate into the executive branch would be the judicial. And now he's doing that because the Supreme Court has ruled and he's ignoring them. So he has consolidated. He has ignored the other co-equal branches of government, thus making him a dictator. And the only thing that's going to make them act is if we, the people, keep talking about it and keep screaming about it and keep holding their feet to the fire. And we have to make him bring him back because the court, nobody else can make him.
You're right. You're right.
So do you regret voting for Trump?
No, I don't regret. I think we need change.
Oh yeah, we need fascism. Good job, Cindy. Right. I mean, that's a change America's never had, but something I don't think is good.
Okay, well, that's all right. I've got to go wash my dog.
I gotta go wash my dog. She said I gotta go wash my dog. Hazel here on YouTube. My Instagram is Diavatalks, exactly like all my social media are Diavatalks, all spelled the same way, all with the same logo. Woo! Okay. That was funny. I'm like, yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, he shouldn't do that, but I voted because we needed a change. A change to fascism is not what we need. Okay. Okay. Just in case you're wondering, fascism is not the one we want. Oh, somebody please.
You disabled fat whore fun making bitch. God hates you. Your mother hates you. Go fuck yourself, you four-eyed cunt. You know what the fuck you're
Yawn. At least put the respect on my name that I deserve. I am not just a regular run of the mill cunt. I am a thunder cunt. Okay, so put the respect behind my name. Thank you. Respect. I bet he's fun at parties. Y'all, I get it every day. Like literally every day. Every day. Every day. It's MAGA. They're just filth. It's okay. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. So emotional. Oh my God, 4 eyes. What are we in kindergarten? Okay. Oh no, I'm devastated. Oh no. He called me a name. Oh no. Bushwhacker? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 60 years old. I voted in Minnesota.
All right. Do you not agree with bringing him home?
If all the process went through, it would take 100 years to get everybody due process.
So you're trying to say fuck the Constitution? We just want to break the Constitution and do it our way because it's going to take too long to go through the courts?
I have a question. All the January 6th, did they get all to due process?
Yes.
No, they didn't.
Name me one that didn't. Due process doesn't mean fair. Here, let me do it. Wait. I have a background because this seems to be a real issue with Trump supporters is they don't know what due process is. So give me 1 second. Okay, class is in session, y'all. The definition of due process is a fundamental principle of law designed to protect the rights of individuals from arbitrary and unjust actions of the government. Before any person can be deprived of life, liberty, or property, they must be given notice of the charges against them and an opportunity to be heard in an impartial tribunal. Okay? That's what due process is. It doesn't mean that you agree with it or you think it was fair or not fair. It's due process. No. Do you see a due process? Do you see a do you see? No. Fairness and expediency is not part of due process. Due process is this. It is if you're being charged with something, you're given the right to be heard and provide your evidence that you're not whatever they say you're accusing you of. That is what due process. It has nothing to do with the fairness of the judgment, the fairness, whether you agree with the sentencing. None of that matters. The due process is that you get your day in court. That's what due process means. And that's what he was not afforded. And the Trump administration, the federal judge said, you got to bring him back. He said, no, I'm not going to. So then the Supreme Court said, you have to bring him back. And he's defying the Supreme Court as well, which is illegal, against the law. It is treasonous. It is against the Constitution, and he should be impeached and removed and then imprisoned.
So they emptied all the jails out there. All those people been through.
Proof. Nope. If they go get me one source that tells me they've emptied all the prisons. He came, by the way, he came in 2011 or 2012 when he was 16 years old. He was a child. He wasn't in prison. He has no criminal history in the United States or outside of the United States. So otherwise, go find me something. I'll wait. If you guys want to help support my live and my mental health, my therapy, Cash App Venmo on the yellow banner over there, Diavatalks. Appreciate any and all support. He was a 16-year-old child. And I bet you don't know any circumstances of why he fled here. I bet you don't know any of that because you're not curious enough to research or to read anything. Because what I've learned of almost an entire full 365 days of debating and talking with Trump supporters is they do not read. And they don't verify anything they hear or sources. They listen to whatever Fox News, OAN, Donald Trump, all the liars in his administration. I mean, that you just listen to what they say, but you don't go any further than that. You can unmute your mic as soon as you have a source. You're free to unmute at any time, but you got to have a source.
You hear me?
Now I can because you unmuted yourself. Go ahead.
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
I can't say nothing. That happens to me all the time.
Oh, I was say I get my news source from X22. Heard of it?
No.
I don't listen to all the fake news, including Fox.
I don't listen to any news. I actually do the research. If I hear or read a story, I usually read most of my news. Boss, thank you for subscribing. Oh, it's a right-wing rag. Of course it is. Of course it's a right-wing rag. Right-wing. It's probably so alt-right that it's like QAnon had a baby with 4chan.
All right, I gotta go wash my horse.
That's what they say when they have nothing left to say, right? They have nothing left to say. I gotta go wash my dog. I gotta wash my horse. I have nothing to defend this with, so I'm just gonna bow out gracefully and concede that you won the debate and that you're right. Thank you, Bushwhacker. Appreciate the vote of confidence there, bud. Super awesome, cool of you. Oh my God, I'm gonna go wash. Okay, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. If you don't agree with my, oh, wait a minute, I changed the background. I was gonna say, if you don't agree with my background, I'm like, well, you can't disagree. That's just a definition. Hold on. They probably still disagree with the background because they're like, And that's how I know that they don't know what due process is. They think it means fairness or the outcome. Well, J6 didn't have due process. Yeah, they did. They went in front of a judge. Due process just means you get your day in front of the judge to plead your case. It's not that you don't like the outcome. Lord have mercy. If you voted for, I'd much rather a Trump supporter said, hey, I got to go wash my ass, because that would probably be due. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Bobo, you okay? Bobo, you okay? What are you doing? Oh, my dog is puking. Oh my God. Ah! Hold on. Okay, I can't handle that. I can't handle that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. It's a light blue state. Jem, I need you to come up for a minute. I gotta go take care of this. All right. Invite people up. I'm gonna mute my microphone. The dog is like yakking behind me. I've got to go. I'll be right back. Just take over for a minute, please.
Sure. How y'all doing? I'm about as happy as a tick on a hound dog being up here with Diava. You know, gotta tell it like it is. Those of us who have to go wash our dogs, we wash our dogs with oatmeal because oatmeal, it literally revolts people that are orange, gets the ticks and the fleas off. We finish up with some beta carotene, turns our skin orange, turns our dogs orange. Everything turns orange. Just orange, because you gotta pronounce those R's when you wash your dog. And I live in Iowa. Did I say that already? I think I did, because Iowa is so close to Iowa. Iowa and Iowa, well, they made it, because Illinois made it with Iowa, and we made Iowa. Because, you know, procreation is what conservatives want, procreation. So we just created a whole new damn state. And it's orange. I think we should grow oranges here. Maybe some carrots too. Throw in a little bit of sweet potato. You know? I don't know. I think I'm onto something here, y'all. And then while we're doing that, we're gonna get on a little rowboat to China, because you know China has all of our information and all of our goods. And I think on a little rowboat to China, it's a slower trip there, so we have time to think about how we're going to negotiate. You know, the power of the deal, or the deal of the negotiation. I forget what he said, but you know what he meant, right? That he's really good at negotiating. Yeah, that's why he did a big fat U-turn today. Yeah, that would be a U-turn. He turned around from his terrorists, because those terrorists were literally running our economy into the ground. That's right. He U-turned right away from them terrorists. And then he left Jerome Powell in the water floating like a little life raft. Sure did. Also, life rafts are orange.
Oh my God, I'm back. Oh, that was. Sorry, I have. No, it's okay. I have a metaphobia, so I'm like, as soon as I'm so dysregulated, I had to step away for a second. He's okay. I just, I can't. I can't. Like, I literally, I can't do it. Like, okay. Anyway, I can't even think.
So let me do a commercial while you think. Okay, there's 651 people in here, and y'all are not tapping. Those hearts are not dancing past our boxes. If I could do this with one finger and make them heart dance, you surely can do a heck of a lot more than me. All right, then we got 399 out of 450 subscriptions going on, and 61 out of 100 hearts. Let's make those hearts dance in multiple ways. You can just tap, 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 and you can also send a little heart. That'd be polite. We really appreciate politeness. I thought Gen X told us not to bring this Juliado up, but okay, here we go. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
He's usually pretty short-lived. Okay, U.S. Marine. Why are you not? Why, if you took an oath to the Constitution, then why are you okay with Donald Trump breaking the Constitution and then ignoring the Supreme Court?
I think he nodded off in his nutmeg.
U.S. Marine? All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button, or if you do not agree with the background about bringing Abrego Garcia home, hopefully he went to wash his ass.
I said that about the horse.
Oh.
When he said he was going to wash his horse, I said, I think he meant his ass.
All right. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with the background, please request up and let's talk. Been washing your iguana? If you voted for Donald Trump or you don't agree with the background, request up. Let's talk. It's like pulling teeth to get these people to open their faces.
They don't have teeth, Yava. You know better than that.
Oh my God. If you voted for Donald Trump or you don't agree with the background, request up. We do know that. Hi, Nisi. I do know that the old Marine there was. He usually comes in and he's slurring, so he probably hit the bottle a little too hard this time.
Yeah, that's why I said he nodded off in his nutmeg, because nutmeg's usually what you put on top of eggnog.
Right. Oh, I snorted. If you voted for,
Which means he was drinking whiskey, y'all. For those who missed the fact that you put whiskey and eggnog or brandy or one of them hard juices.
thank you. What don't you chicks understand? Oh, hi, misogynist. You want to come out? You guys are so brave in the comment section. You're so brave. So brave behind that keyboard. You should be so proud of it. Your mama's proud of you.
That's what I said. It's not eggnog, really. It's just the hard juice because we can't afford the eggs or the nog.
Oh my God. If you guys voted for Donald Trump or you don't agree with the background, request up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request.
You must be new here. I'm funny every day, lady from New Jersey. See, at least I knew NJ Standage from New Jersey and not nowhere Jewel.
Oh my God. Maggie's yelling a lot today. Well, they sure won't come up here.
NJ, no genius.
No job.
No job.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request. Come up and let's talk. Good grief. No joke. Thank you guys for all the live goals you guys are knocking out.
No juice, because Florida ain't got no more oranges.
We ain't got nobody here to pick them. He done deported everybody. He done ran everybody out. Wire, why don't you come on up? Wire, you seem to have a lot to say in the comment section. Why don't you request to join? Otherwise, I'm going to restart. I'm going to have to do a restart my live because I'm on the coward side of MAGA voters who just want to come in and chirp and won't come up. I'll hopefully get on an algorithm of people that aren't cowards. We just want to have a conversation. Just request up. Tell me why you don't agree that we should bring him home. It's not hard.
I didn't think I would miss the Marine dude. At least he had liquid courage.
Oh my God. Okay. David, hi. Did you vote for Trump? Huh?
I sure did, and when he's the president again for another 4
Okay.
years,
Hold on. How old are you? How old are you? And what state did you vote in?
I voted in Massachusetts, where my vote doesn't count.
That's also against the Constitution. So apparently you don't like the Constitution.
What's against the Constitution? That illegal aliens have no rights?
No. That Donald Trump can
Have a good night, cat lady.
that Donald Trump can serve another term.
Adios.
You don't even know that you don't even know the Constitution, dude. 4 more years. It's against the Constitution. Huh?
See what he looked like? Let me show you what he looked like. This is too funny.
You won't even get through this 4 years.
That's what he looked like. You browner than Mr. Garcia that got deported. You should be ashamed of yourself.
always the ladder pullers, isn't it?
What a shame. He's changing his name to Smith right about now.
If you voted for Donald Trump and you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request and come on up. Good grief. It's always the Hispanic and the Latino people. Like, why do they hate their own people so much?
They think that by having a proximity to whiteness, they will not be identified as brown people. Yep, that's why. They won't be seen. Well, he's probably Puerto Riqueño, you know, the place that they don't even consider part of the U.S., which is actually part of the U.S.
Yeah.
Sad.
I just don't understand it. I mean, I really don't. Like, these are like, could be you. They could pick you up because you wear a Chicago Bulls hat because you like the Chicago Bulls. They're like, oh, you're part of MS-13. Off to El Salvador you go. And you're like, no, wait. Who are you going to tell that you're not? Oh, that's right. It would be a court where you'd have a chance to prove it. And that's what he didn't get. That's the problem. God. It's not hard. Why are they so fucking thick? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. If you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request.
You know what's funny is he really thought that he insulted you by calling you a cat lady.
I know. I'm like, that's my fucking dream. All cats with no man. Sign me up. Immediately. Sign me up immediately. Don't tempt me with a good time. Guys think that's like a flex. They're like, no, that's what we're aiming for, y'all. We're aiming for that. That's like what we want. We are only here for the Constitution. We're defending the Constitution, not the person. That's it. It's not a flex, it's a life goal. Exactly. Wire. Where's Wire? Where's Wire? I want to see Wire. Because I usually tempt people with a mediocre time and it's effective. Mr. Logic, I love you.
Tapping that screen, y'all. Tap. Tapping and sharing is caring. Tapping and sharing is caring. Make those hearts dance.
I know you said I'm here. I know you say I'm here, Wire, but I want you up here talking. Come up and talk. If you don't, you're going to be muted. Super easy. I invited him too. He just won't come up. Such a coward. They're such cowards. Yep, mute him for the live. Yep, he's muted now. The only way he can now come up is if he joins. So no more yapping in the comment section. Thank you.
I think wire is a descriptive word, if you get my drift.
Yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump or you disagree with my background, please hit the guest request button. Oh, he says he's in a restaurant. But you must be really enjoying the company of whoever you're with the meal if you'll just overtalk because you have no abstract. What the fuck does that mean? Pale, come on up. My God. Must be enjoying that meal. Pales isn't coming up either. Are all the Russian bots coming out now? Because none of them have faces or voices. They just nonsense. Just nonsense.
You think they pay them by the letter? I think they pay them by the letter.
I think they get paid for how long they can stay in the comment section. They're everywhere. None of them will ever come up and say anything. They will never, ever, they'll just, God. No, literally Russia has call centers, but they don't call people. They go to lives and they just go in and just talk all like pro MAGA, pro Russia, all that kind of stuff. And they get paid to. Yeah, did you see Tim Pool was in Ask Carolyn Levitt a question the other day? He's actually in the White House press pool.
I did not, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
The guy who was being paid by Russia. Even if he was an unknowing Russian asset, he ended up being a Russian asset. It's spewing Russian propaganda. And they found the money trail. And yes, Tim Pool was in the White House asking questions. Yeah, nothing surprises me either. Literally nothing. If they get paid by the letter, they'd have a better vocabulary. Exactly, Beach Bum Wannabe. That's true.
No, all you have to do is press A. It's the letter. It didn't say they had to spell.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's not a spelling bee, folks, because we know they can't spell.
Jesus Christ, no. That we know. James, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Hi, my friend. Please give half to Jim and tell her I want what she's drinking. She is on Comedy Central mode today. Love it. Love you, ladies. Thank you, James. That's funny.
I'm not sure why everybody thinks I'm drinking. I'm not.
She's probably at work.
It's only 1:57 in California.
That is why they blend in so well with the MAGA comments, because MAGA can't spell either. If you voted for Donald Trump, or you don't agree with the background, hit it and get the request. Fuck. Hit the request to join.
I was going to say the office drinking whatever Bushwhacker was drinking.
Well, it's literally 2 minutes to 5 here, so it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's about to be 5 o'clock up in my house. I was going to invite Kiki Girl up, but they're a bot. They have 0 followers. Yeah, if you voted for Donald Trump and you're not a bot, come up. Shouldn't have to say it, but I guess I do. They're so dumb. All right. I'm going to do a quick restart. This is boring. So I will be right back. I don't have to go to the bathroom. Don't have to do anything. So I'll just. Well, no, I don't mean that. I'm not going to stay here for 2 more hours and just shoot the shit. I mean, that's just stupid. So I'm going to restart. I'll be right back immediately. All right. We're going to just do a quick restart because I couldn't get any Trump voters up in there, and it's boring just sitting there talking to Jim. And then we'd be silly and act silly. And then they're definitely not going to come in because we're not actually talking about anything. So I got to restart. All right. We've restarted. Welcome, welcome. Please make sure you're coming in, hitting that screen so we can get up the For You page as quick as we can. Our goal is going to be about usually between 5,000 and 10,000 is likes when we hit the For You page. So if you guys should just roll with those hearts, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody on YouTube and Twitch. It's great to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you disagree with the background, hit the guest request and come on up. If you do not agree with the background, or if you voted for Trump and you do not believe, or you don't, Jesus Christ, I can't talk, and you don't agree with the background, come on up. Everybody else, just keep tapping the screen. We have not quite hit the For You page yet. Let me bring up my backup account. All right. Make sure if you voted for Donald Trump and or you do not agree with the background, hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation. Everybody else, just keep. If you disagree with the background, come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with the background, please hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation. That Abrigo Garcia needs to become home back to the United States right now. And Donald Trump needs to facilitate that. Should have been done weeks ago. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you disagree with the background, come on up. If you're invited up because you're spewing nonsense or your disagreement in the comment section, but you don't join the live, you're probably going to get muted. So if you voted for Donald Trump or you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you do not agree with the background, come on up. So let's have a conversation. I see a bunch of cowards in the comment section just spewing their opinions, but I'm looking for conversation. So request up, or you'll probably be muted in the comment section. We're here for conversation, not for you just to come in and drop your opinion and just spam the chat with nonsense. Hit the guest request button and come on up if you do not agree. If you do not agree with my background. I see a lot of people in here chirping, but nobody's requesting up. If you do not agree with the background, hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation. I am looking for Trump voters because he was not deported from this country. Deportation is a legal process. He was kidnapped and human trafficked over to a concentration camp. Not acceptable. Supreme Court ruled he's got to bring him back, and Donald Trump is ignoring the Supreme Court, which is why we are in a constitutional crisis. This man needs to be brought back now. If you don't agree, hit the guest request button and come on up and let's talk. Come on. If you voted for Donald Trump and you disagree with the background, come up and let's chat about it. Tomorrow, he's supposed to be back by tomorrow. He's supposed to be back by tomorrow. That is the deadline given by the courts. And they best bring his ass home because I don't think they. I mean, no one's ever tested. No president has ever tested the waters with ignoring a Supreme Court order. That's why we're in a constitutional crisis. You can't do that. If you voted for Donald Trump and you disagree with the background, hit the guest request, come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you do not agree with the background. He can't do anything without breaking the law, right? Everyone who said he's already home, he's this, he's that, invite them to come up. I agree, one breath at a time. I think the U.S. Marshals should go in and slap handcuffs on Donald Trump if this man is not back tomorrow. He needs to be impeached, removed, and then imprisoned. He is an actual convicted felon, so I think he needs to go to El Salvador. I bet he'd have a good time there. So if you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request and come on up. Hellfish, did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
12.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. If you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request and come on up. I'll bring you right up. Yeetus the fetus. No one said he was a citizen of the United States. That's irrelevant to the conversation. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with the background, request up and let's talk. Thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. Come on, Eric. Yay. Thank you guys. You guys rock. I love you so, so much. Oh my God, did you hear my stomach? I hope it wasn't that loud. They're all scared. Nothing to their courage of convictions, nothing to what they actually think. They just, either they regret their vote, they know it's fucked up, they can't defend it, or they're scared. And that's all there is to that. Right, Tina, on YouTube? They're all washing their dogs. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I would go get him East Coast. I would go get him if I could. There's Democrat senators went down there to see him. They won't even let the senators see him. So how am I supposed to go pick him up? The Supreme Court didn't tell me I had to bring him back. But the Supreme Court told Donald Trump he's got to bring him back, and he has until tomorrow. And you guys are just like, so we don't care if he breaks the Constitution. I don't care if he breaks the Constitution. I don't care. I don't care if he breaks the Constitution. Oh, that's so cute. I don't know what happens if he doesn't bring him back because it's never happened in 248 years. We don't know. That's the problem. That's why we say we're in a constitutional crisis. Because no president has ever defied the Supreme Court. Trump supporters are like, yeah, man, he can do that. I love the kitty. It's so cute. Exactly. They'd have to put him in contempt, and then we are in a serious crisis. The military is going to have to take him out. Oh, yeah, I love the camping too. My kitty's great. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. It's like pulling teeth today. Yeah, I love the campfire too. It's so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with my background, hit the guest request and come up and let's have a conversation. I'm just looking for a conversation. Why is it so hard to have a conversation? If you disagree that we should be bringing him home, come up and tell me why. It's not that hard. you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. If you don't agree with the background, hit the guest request, come on up. Oh, I love the flowers. Thank you. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with the background, please hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation. I want to know why you think that the Constitution doesn't need to be followed, or why the Supreme Court doesn't need to be followed. So if you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. If you don't agree with me, request up. I swear they're all cowards. Okay, MTJB is getting the mute because they are cowards, and I don't want them chirping in the comment section any longer, spewing their nonsense. They're not brave enough to say it with their whole chest. They don't need to be writing it in the comment section. If you voted for Donald Trump and hit the guest request button, if you voted for Donald Trump and you do not agree with my background, hit the guest request button. Destroyer of narcissists, why don't you hit the guest request button and have a conversation? I'm asking people to have a conversation with me. So hit the guest request and come up and have a conversation with me. They're all so scared. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. If you don't agree with my background, request up. Why are you hiding in the comment sections, just chirping and chirping and chirping, and not coming up? That's true. They know they sound dumb. Like I said, either they can't defend it. They've already been dog walked on so many other left-leaning lives that now they're like, I'm not going up. They do love to talk behind the phone. Of course he's flipping on tariffs. The art of the deal, my ass. I thought this would surely bring him in today. I thought for sure this was going to be the one. Maybe I'll put up this one, see how that goes. Let me move my box here. Oh, no, not that one. Even though that was for one of my talking points, but. Maybe I'll make my circle smaller. I hate when it does that. Oh, well, fuck it. I can't fix it. Anyway. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Yeah, but the GOP has two choices: betray Trump or betray the country. That's it. And right now they're betraying the whole country because they ain't doing shit. Congress should be done impeached him already. What about Biden? You must be shitting me, right? You literally have to be shitting me. That's got to be a troll or somebody trying to be funny. What about Biden? What about Biden? Who the fuck is talking about Joe Biden? That man is off enjoying his retirement. He don't give a fuck. What about Biden? Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, you're joking. Okay, I was gonna say, oh my God, please. But I hear it all the time. That's why I'm used to it. Biden doesn't know that. You think you're funny, right? Yeah, you just gave a speech last week. He's fine. You people are just fucking delusional. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Tell me what the choice is. A or B, 1 or 2. Let's go. Do you think that the GOP is going to, should they betray Trump or betray the country? You're a 60-year-old man with terrible listening skills who voted for Trump. Only Trump supporters can answer this. So I need to talk to Trump supporters. Like, you guys, the only ones that can answer this. Is it one? Is it two? I need Trump voters come and answer this question. What is the GOP? They have two choices. That's it. They don't know what the GOP is. You're probably right. I'm 300 years old and still collecting Social Security checks. Thanks, Biden. Oh, that was funny. Okay. If you voted for Donald Trump, you got to come up. You got it. Which one? Which one should MAGA pick? Betray Trump, betray the country. You only have two choices. We're in a constitutional crisis, fork in the road, so to speak. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Thank you, guys. I am looking for Trump voters because they got it. This is their choice. This isn't a choice that Harris voters can make. How have the Democrats already betrayed our country? That's interesting. Come on up. I invited you up. Pike, I invited you up. Carrie, you can come up. Just stop being cowards in the comment section. Hello. I am looking to Trump voters. Come up here. Which one should MAGA do? Maybe it should say MAGA instead of GOP. Democrats are a disease on the country. Come up and explain, Brian. I invited you to come up. If you don't come up after you're invited, you're probably going to get muted in the comment section because we're here for conversation, not for you just to come by and make ridiculous comments. Deport all Democrats. Oh, yeah. Oh, Recon, that's so intelligent. Oh, my God. Did you think of that all on your own? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come up and talk. A disease that fixed roads and bridges and did the Chips and Sciences Act that brought back infrastructure, or brought back manufacturing to the United States without having to do tariffs. Democrats, the reason why there's a 40-hour work week. Democrats, the reason why we have FMLA. Nobody's crying. I'm asking you, what are you guys going to do? The GOP only has two choices: betray Trump, betray the country. I've invited every single one of these Trump voter supporters in the comment sections. I've invited every single one of them up on my every single one of them. I'm invited up, and not a single one of them has come up here. Every single one. I've invited everyone that's made a comment. They are either scared of me or they can't defend this shit. Let's see if there's any other backgrounds that might make them talk. Probably not. Oh, what about this one? Isn't this is so exciting? He's making America great again, right? Donald Trump is making America great again, right? Like, look at the fucking stellar job he's doing. A record high, 53% of Americans say their financial situation is getting worse. The first time in 25 years that a majority has expressed financial pessimism. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job. Yes, there's so much winning. So much winning. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Which one will we put back? You like this one or you like the two choices or this one? Nobody has TDS except for Trump voters. They have Trump devotion syndrome. They're so devoted to him that even though he breaks the Constitution and even though he's ignoring Supreme Court orders and all of that, yeah, he's no C. Come on up here, let's talk. I love Trump. Weird. I would never say I love any politician. So weird. So weird. It's weird. Weird. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come up and have a conversation with me. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys are a bunch of fucking cowards. Trump is amazing. Brandon, you're going on mute now. Don't worry, you have a voice in here, so if you come up and talk to me. Another day with Trump living rent-free in your head. You dumb fuck, he's the president of the United States. This motherfucker won't go away. What do you mean lives rent-free? We gotta see his stupid ass on TV every day. That bitch won't go away. He said if he lost the last election, we would never see him again. Goddamn, why didn't he do that? That's another fucking lie. All that man does is lie. He said he would go away. We wouldn't see him anymore. If only. If only. Could he at least keep one damn promise? Not even that one. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Walter.
Trump's your president.
No shit. Yeah, you're deranged. How old are you and what state did you vote in? That, folks, you heard the derangement, didn't you? That's actual Trump derangement syndrome. That maniacal laugh, that crazy, weird, psycho nonsense. Yeah. That's Trump derangement syndrome right there. Deranged, maniacal psychopaths. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm trying to get my damn circle. I don't know how to make it to a fucking circle. It's driving me crazy. He didn't want conversation. He Trump's your president. Thank you, Captain Obvious. They think it's a flex. I don't understand. Oh my God, I always do it accidentally. I never fucking know how I do it, so I can't do it the next time. Liberals haven't had a valid anti-Trump argument in 50 years. What? An anti-Trump argument in 50 years. You are a special, and I mean this with all of my heart, you're a very, very special kind of stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. This is what we're dealing with. Like the dumbest fucking human beings that's ever walked the earth. I thought maybe when we got the internet, everyone would have access to more information and we would all get infinitely smarter. TikTok has proved. Nope. Nope. That's a hard no, dog. Didn't happen. Nope. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Typical liberal face. What does that mean? How do we have a typical liberal face? You people are just so fucking dumb. You don't make any sense. Oh, that's a typical Democrat face. What? That one right there was a child left behind. We all have that look. I invited you up, coward. Why aren't you up here talking to me? Because I'm not an uptight bitch? Because I'm happy and I'm out here talking? Oh, because I have glasses? Oh my God. All Democrats have glasses? What? See, what did you want? Or did you vote for Trump?
Yeah,
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
27, Pennsylvania.
Okay. What did you want to say?
I mean, if I was in your shoes and I thought it was the end of the days, the last thing I'd be doing is worrying about what he's doing all the time. I'd be trying to enjoy my days, get the most out of my days.
No. See, this is the problem. I actually love this country. I actually am a real patriot, and the Democrats are the real patriots because we want the Constitution to be upheld. We're in a constitutional crisis. I'm not going to bury my head in the sand and pretend that everything is just fine. Yes, just go live your life and be free. Don't think about the fucking world burning behind us. Don't think about them coming and deporting people or actually kidnapping people off the street. Don't worry about that. I've talked to Trump voters who are now regretting their vote, who are now calling their Congress people and saying, hey, I voted for him. This is wrong. You guys need to do something. It's called action. You have to have action behind your words. So I'm doing this. This is my form of protest. This is my form of trying to save democracy. I'm trying to talk to people to make them understand that he's violating the Constitution and he's violating the Supreme Court. And you want me to go out and pick daisies instead. This is more important than picking fucking daisies.
I mean, you might as well be on TikTok. I mean, it's really not the spot where you're going to get a whole lot of people to do anything significant.
Where have you been? TikTok is literally the largest social media platform that's spreading information all over, making change in the voting process, being invited to the rallies that produce leaders in this country. We've literally changed the outcomes of voting. So I'm not sure where you've been, but we all know that that's the reason Trump came after TikTok and while Trump's trying to save it now. So you're completely misinformed. By the way, did you happen to know you're on TikTok too? Did you happen to know you're on TikTok too? Yeah, you're here too. Yeah, you're here too.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it too much overall, though.
But you should. That's the problem. You should. You should care. This is our country. Do you want to live under a fascist dictator?
I mean, we kind of been living under like pretty corrupt system to begin with, so I mean.
I said fascist dictatorship. I didn't say corrupt. I said fascist dictatorship. Fascist dictatorship. Do you want to live under a fascist dictatorship? Huh?
It's been corrupt.
That's not my question. That's not my question. I said, do you want to live under a fascist dictatorship? That's my question. I didn't ask if you thought something was corrupt. That wasn't the question. You can unmute whenever you want, but you're going to have to answer the question. See, if you got accused, if you wore a Chicago Bulls hat and they said, oh, you're part of MS-13, picked you up off the street and sent you over to a concentration camp, would that be okay? I've invited you to unmute. I can't unmute you.
No, not necessarily.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
Laws are laws, though. Depends on which country you go to. There's a lot of things that are unjust that happen in plenty of countries.
Oh, you're,
Happens here too, unfortunately.
oh, you're a fucking idiot.
What we're
I'm not.
witnessing right now is
No.
called apathetic and uneducated.
Yep.
This person has no ability to comprehend that he's literally throwing away his country.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Did he run?
I booted him. I have no interest. He's just like, nah, shit happens. Fucking disgusting.
They're apathetic. They just don't get involved. They don't care. They think it's not going to impact them. It is going to impact you. You're under the same umbrella.
For the person who, real quick, there's a person who keeps making profile pictures to come in here and say that no wonder her kids need therapy. I keep muting and blocking, but just so you know, before I block you, I just want you to know, if you're still here listening, that you're a disgusting, filthy piece of shit. My kids have therapy because they have special needs, you asshole.
She also might want to know that most people who have common sense seek therapy to process trauma and pain that they've endured in their life. Those are the healthy people. It's the people who might post on TikTok like that. Those are the ones that don't even know how messed up they really are.
Trust me, living in this, especially now, everybody needs fucking therapy. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Had a mother like you, I would be in therapy. Okay. Because I stand up for my kids and I get them the services and the help that they need. Oh my God, I'm such a bad mother.
Who said that?
Rich. I invited him up, but he's going to be a coward.
Oh, he got blocked. Dang it, I was going to jack him up.
Who blocked him? This is crazy. Because I support my children and I get them the help that they need for their issues. Oh my God, I'm so horrible. Lock me away. Imagine thinking therapy is some negative. That's why there's been too much stigmatizing, which is why our boomer parents refuse to change their ways because they're emotionally unintelligent. They don't have any emotional regulation. They never learned it. And everything about therapy was stigmatized. You only went to therapy if you were crazy. Which is why all of us Gen X all had to do therapy later in life because they fucked us all up. And we never had any type of mental health care because our parents didn't either. You're always supposed to do better for your children than that you had yourself. I wouldn't be doing these lives if I hadn't gone to therapy. No way. No way. No way. I would never be on TikTok right here unless I had gone to therapy, fixed a lot of issues, fixed a lot of self-esteem issues, fixed a lot of things. I would not be on TikTok. I would not. I would not have built this beautiful community and
have the baddest ass co-host ever.
But yeah, no, seriously, I wouldn't. I would just still be on other people's panels with my camera off, and I worked on myself. I had to unpack a lot of trauma. Oh yeah, hold on. Why is my thing? Oh my god, the TikTok has been so confounding lately. It's like glitchy and weird. And if you want to help support my live, I would appreciate it. I do have my Cash App and Venmo. I put it up here on my little yellow banner. Um, uh, Cash App Venmo on the little yellow banner. God, I know I just said that. I just had a total brain fart. Menopause, ADHD is so good combination. If you want to help support my live, I really appreciate it. I am here every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern, trying to make a difference and trying to save this democracy and all of those things. So any and all support I receive is very much appreciated. You guys have been supporting me since May of last year. We're almost to May again. And can you believe next Thursday's May already? Oh my God. But yeah. Trump pays the MAGA tank. What the fuck is that nonsense? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only to come up and talk for about another 20 minutes, and I'm going to start bringing everybody up. So here's your time to come up and chat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Requiring voter ID. Crazy. Not sure what you mean by that. I'm at a loss, but sure. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Let's go. Let's go. Jem is typing. Jem is at work. I can hear Jem typing. No, it's okay. He just said, who's typing? Have to be a citizen to vote? You think that's crazy? No, that's actually in the Constitution. Oh, we have a TikTok flash goal just started right there for the rose. It only costs you 1 coin. If you want to participate, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Marissa, thank you for the $5 Venmo. Thank you for all that you do, and therapy saves lives. Thank you so much, Marissa. I really appreciate your support. I'm 100% crowdfunded. I don't get paid by anybody, so I appreciate you guys' support. I couldn't do this every single day without you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's go. Oh, MB Racers, that was you. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I am not paid by George Soros. No, I'm not paid by the DNC either. I literally don't get paid by anybody. This is my job. I am your employee because you guys donate to me every day. You guys crowdfund me. And I'm so appreciative. I'm your most loyal employee because I literally show up every day. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Any employer would be ecstatic to have an employee that shows up as much as I do. Even if y'all just sent $1 to my Cash App or Venmo, hell, that would make my day. Of course, he started that lie. They're getting paid by the DNC. All the protesters are paid. No, we just hate you for free. Beg more, lib. I'm not begging. I said if you want to donate. But JD Juggernaut, the more that you guys hate on me and the more that you guys say I'm begging, the more they'll give me. So keep it up. Keep going. I'll just get more money.
Oh, yeah, you're looking for a little 1v1, you and me, until the clock strikes none, and if I get that lightning gun, I better start to run, son. Just kidding.
God, you're so ridiculous.
You're not even serious.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, and
You start to try to hide. You
Damn little team. You're a Timu M&M.
I will. Don't come.
all right, everybody, okay, I'm gonna do my own fucking challenge, okay? Ready? Everybody send $1 or $2. There's 551 people in here. Send $1 or $2 to my Cash App or Venmo in honor of GD Juggernaut. Let's go. They are so butthurt when you guys donate to me. They absolutely hate it. Yeah, he thought he ate, but his plate was still full. He sure did think he ate. He's like, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna rap, and I'm gonna rap, and I'm gonna rap. Ooh, 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 ooh. Timu M&M. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I'm not even a Timu M&M. I know he's back in the box. I'm not here for rap battles, okay? I'm here for conversation. So if you want to hang with the rap battles, you can go to another live. I'm not interested. I talk politics. I don't do rhymes and riddles. It's not cute. This is a buffet for Diava. She can eat here all night. Exactly. Buffet. BT, thank you for the $2 Cash App. Thank you so much. They're coming in. Let me open it up. They're coming in too fast now. Elise, thank you for the. Usually there's somebody said something. I was looking at it on my computer, but for $2 for the Timu M&M. Elise, thank you for the $2 in honor of that Jughead. Thank you. See, Juggernaut, keep running your mouth. Reagan, thank you for the $5. Let me see. 1 second. You're amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice. Give me 1 second. I got some Venmos coming in. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Right now, I'm just saying some thank yous. So I got some Venmos coming in. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Juggernaut. Oh, good. He dropped out. Okay. Y'all, I just need 5 more roses to finish out that TikTok flash goal thing that they do every day, once a day. Marilyn, thank you for the $1 for the GD Juggernaut. Nelson, thank you for the $2 just for you, Diava. Thank you. Monica, thank you for the $1 for the Timu M&M. Reagan, thank you for the $5. You're amazing. Okay, I got those now. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. Just in 12 states sue Trump over tax hikes due to tariffs. Good. 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 Thank you, guys. It looks like did we get it? Did we get the flash goal? Oh, we did. Thank you so much. You guys rock. I love you so much. I'm just so incredibly humbled by your generosity. I'm so floored. I'm sure I should be used to it by now, but I'm just not. I'm not used to the outpouring of love. I'll never. Maybe it's because I don't take things for granted, and I'm just so appreciative that it just seems so overwhelming sometimes. I'm just like, I can't believe it. But I'm so incredibly grateful. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. We're almost to 150K. You guys are smashing it out. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. You only got 15 more minutes. Now I'm bringing anybody up. Gregory, thank you for the $2 to piss him off. Kimberly, thank you for the $2 for the I Hate MAGA Club. William, thank you for the $2. Save me for my possible dentist bill. So, oh, Niner, 49er. Okay. Sorry. Cynthia, thank you for the $5 for the sucky rapper. Hope that's not his only job. They got me hungry if it is, huh? That whole "don't quit your day job" has a whole another meaning. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Let's talk. Let's talk. If you voted for Donald Trump, let's talk. More like a Timu Machine Gun Kelly, the one who changed genres after Eminem got him. Yeah, Lady Fox on YouTube. That's funny. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Come on. It's been like pulling teeth to get them up here today, isn't it? They are scared. They're either scared or they don't. I'm going to show this on the background. I just want to show you guys because they're wimping out. So I'm going to show you guys that the Trump administration has teased out 3 new tactics as part of their immigration crackdown, which could expand to include deported, convicted U.S. citizens. Send convicted U.S. citizens to prisons abroad. Number 2 is the most concerning for me. Put critics of the administration's policies in jeopardy. Some officials say U.S. citizens who criticize administration policies, like me, could be charged with crimes based on the notion that they're aiding terrorists and criminals. And this is sobering as well. The Trump administration just argued before the Supreme Court they have the right to arrest any person, U.S. citizen or not, for any reason and send them to a foreign prison anywhere without due process, and America's courts have no jurisdiction to stop them. That's what they argued in front of the Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court then ruled against. But that was their argument. That's why this is dangerous. That's why this is dangerous. That's why we're trying to uphold the rule of law. That's why we're trying to talk. That's why I'm here every day talking about the Constitution. That's why I'm here every day talking about this topic. It is that important. And you hear these Trump supporters every day. They're like, so what? Oh, well. Oh, well. They don't care about the Constitution. No, Val's on Mishi's live. He's been on her panel for a while today. If he's having a good conversation on someone else's live, I'm not gonna hate on him for dropping. Oh yeah, homegrowns are next. That's right. Homegrowns are next. I fixed the problem, Cindy. I think it was you, Cindy, that said last time you couldn't see. I did make a mess up. And see, oh my God, I'm an adult and I can admit it. I now have homegrown shirts, hoodies in my merch store in the link tree in my bio. If you want a homegrown, there's a multiple colors. A homegrown t-shirt in the link tree in my bio in my merch store if you're interested. I know several of you asked me to make one and I did. There's FAFO shirts. There's hats. If you haven't checked out my merch store, check it out. It's pretty cool. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like me to add to my merch store, I'll be happy to. Jerry, hi, did you vote for Trump? I'm guessing that's a tapping error. Thank you for tapping, Jerry. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. God, you guys are so Did the Supreme Court rule on that? On what? Oh, Rick, thank you for the $10 Venmo for being the queen of TikTok. Love you. Oh, thank you so much, Rick. That's so sweet. I love that. I love that. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on, I'm sick of saying it. God, they're just hang out, don't say nothing. That's what they argued in front of the Supreme Court, and that's what the Supreme Court ruled against. They're like, nah, you got to bring him back. But that was their argument, is what my point is. That was their argument. They can do that. Oh, well, listen, I didn't know that. That's not good. Wife of wrongly deported man. Oh my God. Tina on YouTube said, wife of wrongly deported Maryland man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, forced into a safe house after the government posts their address online. Unbelievable. Like they haven't gone through enough already. His wife had to move to a safe house because the government released their address. They have 3 children. So, on MSN News. Yeah. And we all know Trump supporters are violent. The problem is Trump supporters are psychopaths, to be honest with you, or sociopaths. Yeah, she is an American citizen. Exactly. I can't wrap my mind around how they just don't care about human beings. It's just, I don't know. It's unconscionable to me that they don't care. I really want a Trump supporter to come up here and try to defend this. Like, I don't understand. I mean, like, we've lost our humanity as a society, apparently. I don't care if he was a criminal. Criminals still get due process. Ted Bundy got due process. Charles Manson got due process. Everybody, I mean, you get due process even if you're a shitbag. Trump got due process. He's a fucking felon. Everybody gets due process. Yeah, you know what we all need to do? You know what we need to do? We need to start documenting all of these atrocities. All the stuff that these people are saying and posting, all their Twitter posts, all their shit. So when this goes in front of the international courts, like Nuremberg trials, we have all this evidence to nail them to the wall. They can't just say, I was just following orders, because that sure didn't work in Nuremberg, did it? They will be held accountable eventually. And we gotta have the receipts. I think the international courts will hold them accountable. I know that Maduro in Venezuela has asked the ICC, the International Criminal Courts, to do an investigation between El Salvador and the United States with the whole prison situation. The crazy continues with me. What crazy? Come up here, FYFWYF. You follow me. You must like me. And no, I won't go out on a date with you. Is that the lip curl lady? I have no idea. It's crazy that the president of the United States is kidnapping people off the street. It's crazy that they're sent to concentration camps in another country. It's crazy that he's ignoring the Supreme Court ruling. That's crazy. Me out here talking about it is normal because I'm a United States citizen and he's breaking the Constitution and violating the court orders. That's not crazy. It's crazy that you guys don't care that this guy didn't get due process. It's crazy that you don't think that he should bring him back when the Supreme Court told him he has to. You, ma'am, are crazy. So somebody request FY up next time they post, and if she doesn't, mute her. I'm not entertaining her foolishness. She comes in here every single day but never comes in. Todd, I see that you just purchased a shirt. Thank you. One of my homegrown. Thank you. I just got a breaking news thing. Pete Hegseth orders makeup studio installed at the Pentagon. This joker still thinks he's on Fox News and he wants them to come in and powder his face. Isn't it against the law in Texas for men to wear makeup? Hope he doesn't plan to go to Texas. Would that not be waste? Waste, fraud, and abuse. Waste, fraud, and abuse. Check out the waste in putting a makeup studio at the Pentagon for Pete Hegseth. That would be gender affirming care because he wants to look pretty. Jesus. You can't have Medicaid. You can't have food assistance. We ain't lowering your groceries. We're not lowering your energy prices. We're not lowering your housing. But a makeup studio in the Pentagon seems like a perfect thing to spend money on. Good job, MAGA. Good job. My God, this is nuts. Yeah, they're not getting rid of him. The Vance and Trump have been like stood squarely behind him, even though anyone else would be in prison. This is crazy. We're 3 months in, guys. Three. Yeah, Wendy, I'll put the link to my merch store in the comment section here on YouTube and Twitch. And then perhaps I can add it to my like bio line. So if you go look at my thing. So good idea. Thank you. Let me get the link for you. I'll put the link in the comment section on YouTube and Twitch. And there you go. Maybe he can get his sideburns even without trying to. 3 months. Oh my God. This can't be real. I literally want off this timeline. I want off the crazy ride. I want off this roller coaster. I want off all of it. I want off the crazy ride. I want to stop living in unprecedented times. Can we just be normal? Please? Can we just live? Let people live the life they want. This timeline shows me. Great. Y'all, I'm trying every day. I'm trying to fight it. But it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I think I'm going to have a few adult beverages later. Right? We need a fast forward button. Or redo. I think what Huckabee Sanders is upset about is that it's not easy, Vicky. It's not easy to do this every day. It might seem like, oh, you're just talking on the screen. It's really not that easy. It really isn't. I do tons of research, so I'm up on the latest of everything. Outside of just the 3 hours I spend on here, and then having to deal with these fucking chuds is like, it's mentally exhausting and draining, actually. It is like Groundhog Day.
Call my name, Groundhog. What? It's gonna be sunny, and we're gonna take back the country.
Repeat till we get it right. Yeah, literally. Sandy, welcome.
Hi, ladies. How are you today?
Good.
I just came up to let you guys know today is my birthday.
Oh, yay!
70 years old.
70.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I'm sorry? How are you feeling? Oh, pretty good. Pretty good for 70.
Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandy. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
That's what I was hoping for.
Yay!
Well, you manifested it.
You manifested it.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. You can drop me.
You're so welcome. Well, they're sending you gifts, so let them send you gifts for a few minutes. Let them send you some gifts.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
They're gifting you up, so I'll leave you up here for a minute.
I don't even know how to do any of those gifts. I don't even know how to picture, you know, those, what are those picture things where you say, oh, the gifts kind of things. I don't even know how to do that.
Well, if you're looking in the okay, yeah. But anyway, you're getting lots of gifts.
Really? Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. My family rented a whole restaurant Saturday and rented out the whole restaurant, and we had a really fun time. And,
That's so awesome.
And everything. We had a great time.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that your family did that for you, especially for your 70th. That's a nice milestone one.
Yeah, that's why they did it, because of it. And they didn't want to do the work themselves, so they just rented it out, and they didn't have to.
Dude, that's me.
Did some table setting type stuff,
Yeah.
And that's all they had to do. And
Yep.
all they did was walk away. We wasn't responsible for booze because they had a bar there, and they weren't responsible for that. So
that's why I did my kids' birthday parties at like Chuck E. Cheese and like other places, because you know what? I don't want to set up. I don't want to clean up. I don't want to do all that because I've done it so many times with my 2 adult kids. I, mm-mm. It's so much work to do it, and I'm like, I would rather just go somewhere, pay, and leave.
Yeah. It worked out really great because we just got up and once we were everybody, well, when it was time to leave and walked out, and that was it.
Yep. And now
Great.
Ava and Chase hate birthday parties, probably because of their, they're on the spectrum, but also because Ava has a massive crippling social anxiety disorder. So they don't even like birthday parties. So this past year, I'm like, do you guys want me to do a birthday thing? They're like, nope, just dinner at a restaurant with the fam. I'm like, okay, that's what we did. They don't even want birthday parties. So, but they always get a birthday dinner. They don't have to have a party. Everybody can bring their gifts to the dinner, but no parties. They don't really like parties. They just, let's just do a family dinner and that's it. It makes it easy on
My
me.
my grandson was just diagnosed with autism on a higher level, and he's antisocial. He mostly stayed out in the vehicle the
Hmm.
whole time. He just can't stand any crowds or anything like
Yep.
that.
Ava does that
So
too. Or Ava always has to sit at the end of the table, like
mhm.
at the, like the head of the table. Ava has to sit at the head of the table. She doesn't like to sit like in the middle where they're like multiple people like shoulders are touching. She always sits at the end of the table so she can get up and walk around if she needs to get away from the noise and stuff like that.
Yeah, he can't take noise. He never have.
Yeah,
He won't even when he was younger, he did not like to go to theaters because of the noise being so loud.
mine either.
But
'Cause-
he was just diagnosed this past week with it. He has some other issues too.
yeah.
But
Well, it's a spectrum. They all
um,
have different,
yeah,
levels of need, and there's different levels of support.
hmm,
But I'm sorry to hear that. But you know,
yeah.
well, thanks for
But
coming up,
anyway,
Sandy, and happy birthday again.
thank you so
You're
much.
so
Talk to
welcome.
you later.
All right, thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you guys for gifting her up. That was really kind.
It's my birthday too.
No, it's not you.
Just kidding.
She said, just gift me up, okay? I don't need a damn birthday. Just gift me up. Speaking of which, Jeanette, thank you for the $5. For happy birthday to Sandy. Thank
It's
you, thank
almost my
you.
birthday.
Wendy, thank you for looks like Wendy just bought one of my t-shirts. So thank you, Wendy. I get notification when somebody buys, so that's the only way I know. It sends me a notification. Hey, 49ers freak, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there today.
Never a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, it could always be worse, right?
Well, I mean, I want to say yes, but at the same time, it just kind of sounds like you're making the challenge.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
So,
You're not wrong. Maybe I'll stop saying that because I'm not making a challenge.
no, definitely not. But I just did want to come up because I know the last time I came up, I was kind of talking about the RFK Jr. thing with
Hmm.
the, autism database and whatnot. And I just wanted to come up because I think I'm gonna start doing my lives a little bit more centered on that for right now.
Yeah.
Because the more I'm kind of learning and hearing about it, it's just irking me more and more.
Yep.
And I do know, and I do understand that I don't have autism. Don't get me wrong. I know I don't. But because
It'll just start with autism, though, William. William, I called you William. Oh my God.
Oh, no, you're good.
49ers. Right, but it's a slippery slope because if you start with autistic, who's next?
Yeah, and that's the thing is, as someone who does have hydrocephalus and cerebral palsy, I understand. Just like with Roe v. Wade, it's not going to stop
Yep. Historically,
as
right.
historically, and someone who's disabled and pays attention to not only what his administration did the first time,
Mm-hmm.
but is doing this time and is being allowed to do this time. So I just wanted to actually say that because of what's going on with that, I think I want to do more of my lives on that. Because again, I know I don't have autism, but we are in the same community.
Yes, you are.
And just because I don't have autism doesn't mean I'm not going to stand there to.
Doesn't mean you can't advocate for them.
Yes, exactly. And so,
just like I'm not part of the LGBTQ or anything else, but I'll advocate for them and I'll defend them and I'll do all that stuff for them. But you are part of that community because it's still a disability.
Exactly. And I just want to make sure to anyone that might be MAGA who told me last night when I was talking about it, people were telling me in my chat that it's not that he's trying to force people to be put in this database. It's just because they want to figure out the cause of autism. And given what Sandy had just said about her grandson and everything, it's the fact that he's going to access medical records.
That's a HIPAA violation. Yeah.
Yes, personal medical records, people. You
Yes.
have to understand how he's going to access.
Yeah, but what he doesn't understand, what he doesn't understand is that there is no known cause. So he's not going to find anything. So this registry is for nothing.
Yeah. The only thing is, as I see it, is that it's a registry to label people as the people, in my opinion, he does not like.
Yep.
Because they, according to him, don't pay taxes.
And don't have jobs.
Yep. Can't have a wife. Don't do anything. And no, I don't care if he was only talking about a percentage of the community. The fact is, he said that as an actual official of the government.
Yep.
Nothing about that is acceptable. Nothing.
I 100% agree. And not only that, I saw a TikTok that gave me a different perspective. I 100% agree. And we've known other dictators and other people in the history that have used registries, and it's never for a good reason. But I did see someone conversely say on another TikTok, which is another angle, but could be true too, that if they put all these people in a registry, it'll make people stop taking themselves or their kids to get diagnosed because they don't want to be on this registry. And then he can claim that he cured autism because all of a sudden the numbers drop.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to do more damage than anything else. And that's what they want. And it's just pathetically sad, if you ask me.
Horrific.
So, yeah, I just wanted to come out to actually tell anyone that may ever want to come into my lives. This is something I think I'm going to start talking about a lot more because, again, it's not just going to be one disability.
That's right.
It's just the beginning of a chain of disabilities.
Correct. I agree.
So,
wholeheartedly agree.
And I just want to say, sorry I wasn't able to get that much, but it's just only because I'm still technically saving for my possible dentist bill because I just got my teeth back today, and I think everything is okay. But I got a little bit of a surprise when my teeth broke earlier this year, so I'm just kind of trying to make sure I stay ahead of the game.
Don't ever apologize. If you get, I promise you, I know everyone is in a completely different financial situation. I don't ever expect anything from anyone. I'm appreciative if it's $1 or $2. If someone sent me 50 cents once, if that's all they could afford to send me, that means a lot to me. For people that have a little but still want to give me a little, that means just as much to me as a big gift because they're giving it to me from their heart. and from what they have and they still want to give even though it's a little bit, and that's very that means a lot to me. So I don't ever want you to apologize or feel like you haven't donated enough or you couldn't donate enough or whatever. I promise you, I'm very grateful.
Oh, okay, all right. I just want to make sure, yeah, because that's the only reason why. Like, if I wasn't potentially having to have that in the back of my mind.
I want you to have the money for your teeth for sure.
Yeah. So, but okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
I just wanted to let people know just in case, because I think I might go live in like around 6 o'clock my time on Pacific.
Oh, okay. So about 9 o'clock here. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Just in case anyone wants to watch.
If I'm available, maybe I'll stop by. Sometimes I'm just, I have to spend some time with my kids when we're not just doing homeschooling and all that. So usually we watch TV or we watch videos after we do dinner and stuff like that. But sometimes they just want to be left alone or play with their friends online, and so then I could be free. So,
there you go.
So I'll pop by if I can. Okay.
Well, okay, and I just have to say, as a video gamer myself, I get that. Just wanting to play with your friends online. So I do that.
Yep, I agree. I do too. I get it when they're like, I'm like, you want to watch the video? No, I just want to play my game. I'm like, okay.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for having me, David.
And I don't mind the free time for myself either. So, because I don't get much of that.
Never got wrong.
Exactly. Thanks, 49ers. I appreciate you.
All
right. Bye. Yeah, I just want to make that very clear. That I promise you, I know not everyone is in the same position to be able to give and to donate and to give or to donate all the time. I don't ever expect it. I just appreciate any time that you do. So I don't ever want anyone to feel bad if you can't. I promise you. You guys being here every single day, if that's all the support that you're able to give me, that's good. I need you here. I need people tapping. I need people interacting. So I just don't want anyone to ever feel bad. It's called donations for a reason. I don't see that Pete Hegseth is. I don't think he's resigning when he's asking them to put a makeup studio at the Pentagon for him so he can touch up his man makeup. Thank you, Renee. I'm so glad you do. Mitria, hello, love.
Hello. I just had a couple things I wanted to say.
Sure.
First of all, I hope you're doing well. And hello, Jem. I heard you clicking away at work. I hope it's going well or went well.
Real quick, Jeanette, thank you for buying a T-shirt. Okay, go ahead.
Can we please just get some blue hearts in the chat for how masculine this administration is? I mean, the leader wears more orange bronzer than most drag queens. The vice president cakes his eyes with eyeliner like the lead singer from Green Day.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee real quick. You made me laugh. I'll be right back.
And now our Secretary of Defense needs a makeup studio. Y'all, I am living a rainbow. That works too. But actually, I did have, so that's my funny part. I did have a little message I wanted to give to everybody. Thank you guys for the gifts. I really honestly, I see people in the comments sometimes that say I'm scared. And I want you to know that you're heard when I say what I'm about to say. I want you to take, if you're truly afraid, and you're not just saying that to be part of the chat, I want you to look at 49ers Freak that was just up here, and I want you to take me as well. And Greg, I want you to shut up specifically. So, bye. But honestly, the reason I want you to look at us is because we are in situations where we are extremely vulnerable, and they're coming out right now to say things against us. And we could be terrified and quiet. And we are not. We are loud. We are out there. We're going to continue to use our power, which is our voice, at least for me, until my last breath.
Yep.
So I just want you guys to remember that strength. If you truly are scared, I want you to feel that, and I want you to process that feeling, and then I want you to use people like us as your motivation to come out of that and continue moving forward. I know that you all
agree.
don't need that kind of inspiration, but I wanted to throw that out there.
And let's stick with that for a minute. Can we just talk about the fact that being afraid is healthy? Because that means that you have a moral compass.
You care.
Being afraid means that you are actually feeling the weight of what this absolute administration.
You're breaking up really bad, Joan.
So I think that that's the best. I think that's the best place you can be is when you actually feel something.
Right. It means you
Not
care.
that you're apathetic or that that you're human and you care about your fellow human beings regardless of where they come from, who they love, what color their skin is, or what religion they believe in. So I think that's what makes you a better human being.
I agree. And yes, it's cheese tax time. All my subscribers, if you want to do the cheese tax emote, it's cheese tax time.
I have a question about that too.
Yes.
How do I get in on this cheese tax from you?
Oh, hold on. Here.
I like cheese. Come on.
The reason I picked string cheese was because it's not crunchy. No one can hear me eating it. So if you're going to be on a live, I can't be eating chips or, something that makes noise. So I love string cheese. And so I started eating string cheese because it was quiet.
You do know that we watch you every day chew on ice chips, right?
I do. That's why I don't want to add chips or something else crunchy. I did better today. I didn't chew too many today. Shut up.
I love that. I love the other day when you actually triggered a MAGA with that.
What would
I just want to tell you, it reminds me of my sister, the one that I lost in 2020. She used to love chewing on ice chips, loved it. And she'd be talking just like you do and crunching. So it's like being with her again.
That's funny. Oh, did you hear the cat? The cat just went, meow. Like, hey, you forgot about me because you get it all to him. That was funny. She never usually says a peep.
I feel left out, but I'll get over it.
I'm sorry. If I could get you, shut up, Bobo. He feels entitled to my cheese.
Your dog is MAGA.
Yes. He's like, give me my cheese. That's not yours, bitch.
One bite for you, one bite for me. That's how it goes.
Sometimes I have to give him two.
What's that cheese that starts with a G? That fancy cheese?
Oh no, I dropped the big part. I pulled a piece off and I dropped the other half and okay, that's it, you're good.
Yeah.
Gruyere.
Oh, Gruyere.
Or Gouda.
I thought you were gonna say Gorgonzola.
Make America Gouda.
Oh my
That's
God.
the one I was thinking of. Make America Gouda again.
That's funny.
I'm for it.
No, your cheese taxed out.
There you go. But you can throw me down. I just wanted to come up and give some advice.
Thank you so much. Somebody
But you're welcome.
Somebody.
Love you both.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Who just subscribed? Whoever's just subscribed or renewed their subscription or whatever, I just popped up for a second. I didn't see exactly who it was, but thank you so much. That's another way you guys can help support my live is by subscribing.
Diava. Hi, Jem.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I had a very interesting debate today with a forced pro-birther. So that was fun.
Yay.
So that conversation went on for, it was about 45 minutes.
Oh my God. That's a long time with those people.
Yeah, it was a long conversation. You know, after that, I needed like a whole cleansing. Like, I needed to just like cleanse myself of that. So, you know, I brought up the fact to him that we are in a system where the system does not care about women. And, you know, I literally asked him, I'm like, do you care about women? He's like, yeah, of course I do. I'm like, then you would let them have their choice in terms of bodily autonomy. He's like, well, I don't believe in that. Then I'm like, then you don't care about women.
Correct.
Point blank period. And I know that Donald Trump and his administration rolled through with, hold on, let me see if I can grab the screenshot because I don't remember what it was. It was like the anti-Christian
Bias.
Yeah, the
Anti-Christian Bias Task Force.
yes.
From the government.
Man,
Yeah.
man, what happened to separation of church and state, y'all?
No, we already knew that was gone because of Project 2025. They want it to be the state. There is no more, in their minds, there is no separation. That's what's so dangerous.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy to me. You know, oh my gosh, watching the debates last night between Dean Parker and
Yeah, that was awesome. Yep.
Yeah, those were awesome debates.
Awesome.
It appears to me, obviously we are so aware of this, that MAGA supporters are so obsessed with trans people.
Mm-hmm.
They are so obsessed.
So like, what's a woman? Every one of them, like every one of them. Oh, Mermaid's in here. Mermaid was there. I was watching Mermaid almost the whole time. Shut up.
Watching Brett Cross speak made me cry.
It teared me up when he got to the mic drop moment as the guy was gagged and Brett just turned around and walked away. Because he said, which family member are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
And the guy just was like, and Brett just put the mic back on the stand and turned around and walked away. Oh my God. But it was so powerful. It was one of the most powerful debating moments I've witnessed probably ever. That was really, really amazing. And heartfelt. I was crying watching it.
Yeah, I really wish that I could have gone, but I'm not from Texas, so it's very difficult, and I barely travel because I'm broke as shit in terms of this administration. You know, I would have loved to go. You know, even if it was through an invitation. Dean follows me on one of his backup accounts, so him and I do keep in contact quite a bit.
I wanted to go. I just thought that if I wasn't invited or if I wasn't part of the Unfuck America tour, that I would be like crashing. Because like they pay for their hotels, they help pay for their flights and all that kind of stuff. I was just going to go on my own. But then I thought, well, if I'm not part of the tour, then I'm kind of just going somewhere where I wasn't invited. That's kind of how I felt. I was getting stuff in order to go. Like I was really going to go. I'm scared to fly in this administration, but I was really going to go.
I really wanted to go, but I don't have the money to travel because, you know, of the current state of this country. And, you know, I don't feel safe going out to.
I can understand that. I have the privilege. I have the privilege of being able to do that without fear. Well, in Texas as a woman, probably not, but.
As a trans individual, Diava, I don't feel safe going out to these events. Like I should be able to feel comfortable within my own skin, but in this country, I don't.
Well, no, that's because they're targeting you.
You know, it's like as of lately, like I've been dressing more masculine so I can hide the fact that, I am trans. Oh my God.
I'm sorry you have to do that. I mean, honestly, I'm sorry you have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that to be who you are.
It's horrifying. I was talking to Good Trouble last night.
Mhm.
I was on his panel, and I had gone through everything with him in regards to me being a former Trump supporter, and sharing my experience as a former Trump supporter and completely switching everything up. And I wanted to.
You used to be a Trump supporter?
Yes, I voted for him in 2020. I was 19.
Yep.
Oh my, I didn't know that.
I did know that.
Yep, I was 19 when I voted for him. I was still living with family, so they were the prime example as to why I had voted for him. I was force-fed Fox News, Newsmax,
Of course.
every single conservative outlet that that we had on television. At least for this time around, I really had to set ego aside and think about the women around me. And sorry, I'm gonna start getting emotional because it's fucking rough. I had to put ego to the side and really think about progression and where I want my political values to really stand. And it's not with this party. It's no longer the party of law and order anymore. It's not. We are facing a
small government or fiscal responsibility. They're not anything that Republicans were.
It's truly horrifying, Diava, and I may not be a biological female. I may identify as a trans. Well, I may. How do I explain this? Like, I may be able to identify as a trans individual, but oh my God.
It's okay. Take your time. No, it's okay. It's emotional stuff. It's emotional stuff. Don't ever apologize for feeling emotions. That means that's healthy. It's healthy to show your emotions. It's unhealthy to hide them.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just done. I'm done. I'm not at the point where I want to give up, but I am at the point where I have no hope for our country whatsoever.
Well, I do. I don't know why. Maybe it's delusion. And maybe it's delusion. I still have hope. I still have hope because courts are pushing back. People are pushing back. Courts are the courts are winning. A lot of his draconian shit's being stopped. I do have hope for this country, and I have hope for. Yesterday gave me a lot of hope. Watching them in Texas gave me so much hope because we're on the ground. We're not staying silent. We're not cowering, and people are pushing back. And a lot of this really harmful stuff he is trying to put forward has been walked back. So I haven't given up yet. I still have hope.
I was going to say that even today, listening to Trump have to do a complete U-turn on his tariffs and a complete U-turn on Pete Hegseth. Like, there's a lot of undercurrent talking about Pete Hegseth right now and the scrutiny he is under. They're saying he's absolutely paranoid and absolutely falling apart. And the scrutiny that his wife faces. So we have to literally take a moment. Simple. We just have to, Kristen, I know your name's Kristen. I don't know why I called you Simple. We have to take a moment and we have to allow ourselves the tears, allow ourselves the fears, allow ourselves the anger, because all of those emotions are valid, right? And then we have to rise up again. Just like a phoenix coming out of the ashes, we have to rise up again. because this is exactly what we're witnessing. Is he is literally trying to burn this country to the ground,
Yep.
to take away the rights of women, to take away the rights of BIPOC, to take away the rights of the LGBTQIA, to literally reverse everything we've created as a country. The fact that this man literally did a speech this morning and talked about the 1800s to 1913, if you didn't hear that speech made me really recognize how really removed this man is from reality.
Yes.
Because in 1913, this country was not doing well, which is exactly why we had to switch to an income tax system, so that the taxes were used for the people. We the people, for the people. And it was
Yep.
guided by the Constitution. And so this idea that somehow this man is doing well, I say absolutely not. And
Yep.
people are coming forward, even from the Republican Party, to say this was a catastrophic F-up
Yep.
that this country did, and we have to reverse it. And you're going to see more people,
Mm-hmm.
because more people are going to be hungry, and dirt in red states does not feed people.
Right.
Sorry, it just doesn't.
The thing that I'm really fighting back against, as of this moment, hi Mermaid, I'm a really big fan. Love what you do.
I wanted to say something to you real quick because I want to go back into it because I'm like eating, I'm stuffing my face. I just got back home from the airport, so I'm like stuffing my face. But what I wanted to say is I don't want you to lose hope in this country. And I said it in the comments. We had Barack Hussein Obama for 8 years. That was unheard of. Do you really think this whole entire country, every blue city and every blue state is going to allow Donald Trump to take it over? Absolutely not. It'll be a all out, like, it would be insane in this country if it got to that point. It would, because we would all lose our minds. It's a whole generation of crash outs, and I'm part of it, okay? Millennials, we just waiting any moment to crash out. I got you. And I'm gonna tell you the truth.
And Marie, I'm thankful for that comment, because I've been saying it for the last 2 years and nobody's listened to me. I said this isn't it. Every time something bad happened, right? I said this isn't it. There's something bigger coming. This isn't it. There's something bigger coming. This isn't it. There's something bigger coming.
Happens, it's going to be like we're already in the history books. Like this right here is going to be in our history.
Oh,
books.
absolutely, 100%.
And I'm gonna say it right here, right now.
In our history books.
I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Something bad is going to happen, and we, the people, are going to rise up to show them exactly what we are made of.
Correct.
We are.
Oh yeah, and so I don't want you simple. I don't want you to lose hope in this country, because okay, if I haven't lost hope in this country, I really don't want you to, because I am completely in love with a country that never loved me.
That's right.
Never loved the woman that is me. That my skin, me being a woman, never loved me. Never. And I was outside for over 10 hours.
Yes, you were. I was watching.
Eat in Texas heat, talking to people, educating people. Because I'm not ill. Do you think I'm gonna let Donald Trump fuck up the place where my daughter has to grow up? Oh, please. Listen, it's not happening. So
Yep.
I want you to keep that hope. For real. Because if I could have it, I need you to have it. Because I cannot do it by myself. We all need to have that hope. We have to have that hope. We have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because we've done it before. You mean to tell me
They want us to give up.
free world? Like, Diava, listen to this. Do you mean to tell me the leader of the free land, the free nation, was a black man for 8 years? You think Donald Trump is going to fuck up everything that we have done in this country? Nah. Nah, I'm sorry. So I don't want anybody to lose hope. Whenever people say that, I immediately jump up because no, then you lost the fight, and I'll fight. Like when you give in to that, when you lose that hope, you lost the fight. Why would you lose the fight when we just get started? Babe, I'm hyped up. We just getting started. I had conversations with people for hours yesterday. Amazing conversations. People DM'd me. People wanted to take pictures with me. Like, and I'm just a girl. That's it. So for that to be what it was, like, please, you can't lose hope, because I need you to have as much hope as I do. That's how we're gonna win.
Right.
Get our country back.
Don't comply in advance. That's they always say, don't comply in advance. Don't give up. Don't just take it laying
Don't give
down.
up in advance.
Mm-mm.
It ain't even get there yet, and I know it feels like it is.
Mhm.
But
You know, the recent thing that I've really been, protesting against are, the millionaires in this country. I was thinking about posting a video on it, but I don't know if it would gain the traction or if it would gain the attention to really open up people's minds. Stop going to, concerts. Stop giving millionaires, money. Stop giving them the attention when families are literally suffering. Here
Well,
in
people won't be able
America.
to afford too much longer anyway.
And
it's simple. I was just talking to I was in the Canadian live. I have a whole Canadian TikTok family that I found right after the ban, and I wanted to stay on that side so that I could get their news too. And I was having a conversation with them today actually, and we were talking about we need to the amount of people that are outside protesting.
Mhm.
I don't want it to be a Saturday. I want it to be one day in the middle of the week where everyone takes off of work. Go
Right.
outside.
Yep.
Cripple them for a day. But that's money that's not going to come in. That's things that are not going to move.
Yep.
That's labor that's not going to be done. And then
You gotta hit them in the wallet. Yep.
Do that, and then keep going. Everybody collectively, we have to show them something. And I know people are gonna be like, no, I don't want to go through these problems and things like that. But at some point, you're gonna have to, right?
How uncomfortable you allow? How uncomfortable are you willing to be to stop what's happening?
Exactly. Everybody don't pay anything. Don't pay any bills for a month. Don't pay any bills on your due date and see what happens. They are going to start panicking.
yeah, this has been weighing on me quite a bit. So we are aware that Katy Perry had went up into space for 11 minutes to basically reveal her set list for her tour, the Lifetimes tour, and that's what really set off the rage in me, is that she went up into space
Tone deaf.
for 11
Yeah.
minutes. Meanwhile, families are down here struggling
Yep.
to get by, paying bills by paycheck, figuring out where the rest of the money is going to go. This shit fucking pisses me off. The last concert that I went to was for Green Day. Those tickets were $90.
Mhm.
That is the most I will ever spend on a fucking ticket. Besides seeing Kamala Harris, Green Day was the most political that it has ever gotten. But other than that, I'm tired of these millionaires taking advantage of the system. Meanwhile, families are struggling and children are unaliving in schools from mass pew-pewings. What exactly are they doing to benefit us? Absolutely
Nothing.
Nothing. And that shit pisses me off. No person, I don't care if you're a Swiftie. I'm a Swiftie, but no person should be a billionaire. I get it. She does a lot of charity work. But is she actually out on the front lines with us on the streets fighting for us? No, we don't see any of them out on the streets fighting for us. Meanwhile, they're in their mansions that are worth millions, if not billions of dollars. They don't have to worry about, when they're going to get their next meal. They don't have to worry about if they're going to be able to pay their bills or not. It fucking pisses me off. And we have a bureaucrat, Elon Musk. Is he even still working with Donald Trump? Is he?
Yes.
Um,
Well, he
no
says he's going to be
correlation
stepping
to
down
billionaire.
next week or next month. He's going to only be doing like 1 or 2 days a week. Tesla's oh my god, Tesla's stock has dropped 71% since Donald Trump took office. I love it for them, but he's about to get kicked off.
No, I absolutely love it.
I'm down for it. I wish it had been 100.
I am the biggest Elon Musk hater you will ever meet. I swear. I cannot stand the guy. Because why are you messing with my government? And you're not even from here.
Nope.
Go away.
Right, he doesn't even go here.
Like, go away.
And another thing, Murph, is that, like, this also throws me off, but it also doesn't surprise me, is that these people are more than willing to attack migrants for wanting to come here legally to get the asylum that they can to be successful individuals. Meanwhile, they're complaining, oh, they're criminals, but they voted for a criminal. I don't want to hear any more of the, oh, the immigrants, they're causing most of the crime. No, you fucking voted for a criminal. I don't want to hear it. I'm so fucking angry, dude.
Donald Trump got 34 felonies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Right? I'm so fucking over it. I'm so over it. I'm fucking angry. I'm proud that, AOC and Bernie and Cory Brooks are doing everything that they can to have their voices heard. But we need more Democrats that are in Congress that need to get out on the streets and fight for us.
Yep.
We do.
I agree.
Wholeheartedly. And it fucking pisses me off that they're not. Jasmine Crockett, she is doing a wonderful job. I fucking praise her so damn much. She does a fantastic job. But we need more Democrats like Jasmine Crockett, Cory Booker, AOC, and Bernie to get out and do these events and speak against this administration.
Well, that's why somebody asked me why do Democrats have like a 21% approval rating? I said, because they're not doing enough. We're holding them accountable for them not doing enough to fight against this regime.
And, one last thing that I do want to say to Diava before I drop down, because I know that you're probably going to want to get more people up on the panel. If you're not willing to do enough, then you're part of the problem. If you're not calling your local representatives and speaking against the system, you're being complacent. If you're not willing to go out and fight on the sidelines or on the front lines with the women that are currently losing their lives in this country, fighting on the front lines with, with Brett Cross, the man that lost his child in a mass pew-pewing because of a sick-ass motherfucker. And not to mention, the cops were also at fault because how long did it take them? An hour? 2 hours?
I think it was like an hour and a half, yeah.
They're just as the fucking problem. If you're not getting out and fighting on the front lines with the people that are losing their lives, then I'm sorry. I don't want any fucking part of it. I don't. I'll fight on the front lines, but I don't want you near me if you're not wanting to fight as well. I really don't.
I feel you.
Be complacent. Be complacent. Hide in your home. I'm done. I haven't lost hope. Watching the debates yesterday, it felt very hopeful. It very much did. And Mermaid, hearing you speak yesterday, I felt a lot of hope. But now is the time for action.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Mermaid and the rest of the crew did yesterday. They went out and did some action. And it's time for that. It's time to take this administration down for what it is and call out the lies of this administration every single fucking day.
I
But with
agree.
that being said, Diava,
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I hear your passion. Brandy, hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right. Hanging in there.
Yeah. This is going to sound weird, but I have had a 3-day reprieve from all things news because I was in the hospital with my mother-in-law scheduled heart surgery.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, it was a nice break. She's doing well, though.
I was just going to ask you, is she doing all right?
Yeah, she's doing well.
Okay.
So, we came home. God, this blur. Day before yesterday, I think, and so when she was doing better. So, but it's sad that you have to have something in that like that in your life right now to distract you from the
Right?
absolute meltdown in this country.
Yes.
This is ridiculous. But I will say that the safety pin movement is starting to get some traction, and I was able to help someone this weekend. What I mean by that, you don't know, is that it might sound silly, but if you wear a safety pin, put one on your bag, on your lapel, on your hat, whatever. I have a tattoo I went and got after the election on my wrist, so when I hold my fist up, my right fist up, you can see the safety pin very clearly with a blue heart, and that means that I'm a safe space, so anyone who needs help out on the streets or, is kind of, whatever I see, I can kind of go, hey, I'm a safe space. So I'm getting more of that traction going.
Nice.
I don't want to go into details because the person doesn't want me to, but I was able to help somebody who was in the hospital there for, their parent about to pass, and they had never, been accepted. So I was so fortunate to be able to kind of sit there and help and just, hold their hand, and, it's just sad. So
It is sad.
Yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
thank
I wanted
you.
to come up and share that because I think it's a positive when we can identify these folks who are out there who need our help and then go to.
Thank you for coming, Mermaid. Real quick, I just want to say thank you for coming, Mermaid. She dropped down, but I wanted to thank her for coming up here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah.
No, I interrupted you, so I'm sorry.
I'm just tired. Nothing's certain right now in my life. And I know I come from privilege. I'm a white lady. But there's just like all of it that could be uncertain, except for my health, except for menopause, is uncertain. So
I'm with you on the menopause thing. I have menopause and ADHD, so it's kicking my ass.
Same. Those are constant in my life right now. So besides all that.
Exactly. Besides all that, I'm great.
Right. It's just great. Everything else is just absolute, where we're going to live. And look, we are very fortunate to have built up a nice, we live in a nice house, not too fancy, not, whatever. We have a little savings, which is privilege in this country. I get that. But, just uncertainty has never boded well with my personality,
No.
especially being ADHD.
Yep.
So yeah, but I did want to say to Kristen, I don't know if you're still listening, hun, but I sent you a DM and just my phone number if you ever need to talk. I've been in some lives with you before, and I've listened to you in some lives. If you ever need to talk, or you just want to feel like you're a part of a community, I'm that for you. So just text me, and I'm happy to help.
Thank you so much, Brandy.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciate you coming up.
And you, Diava, take care of yourself.
All right.
This is some draining shit.
It is.
So,
It is extremely.
yeah, I know. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you go so you can enjoy your night.
Thank you so much. Of course. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Brandy. I'm getting to you. Oh, Patrick, I told you to come back, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you up next. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get everybody.
How are you doing? President for Trump. And release this guy.
Yes. Bring them all back. They should all come back, not just him. All of them.
Yeah, I like it when they kidnap people and they say they don't care about due process now. And say, oh, they read the court case and he got due process. No.
Nope. Just like somebody came up here today and was like, well, the J6ers didn't get due process. I'm like, Yes, they did. He goes, no, they didn't. They didn't get due process. I said, dude, because you don't like the outcome, that's not what due process is. Due process means you get your day in court. You don't have to like the outcome. That's not due process. We're not talking about if it's fair. We're talking about whether they got to represent themselves in their side in court. I have a feeling they don't know what due process is because they're dumb. Just saying.
Single issue voters.
Yep. I agree.
1,000 people actually got their day in court January 6th. Keepers.
They all got due process. Just because they didn't like the outcome doesn't mean they didn't get due process. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they don't like the outcome is what it is.
It's because they don't know what due process is because they're dumb.
Yeah, they think it only belongs to U.S. citizens, apparently.
No, I think that they think it's. I honestly don't think they know that it just means that they get their day in court because every one of them says, "Well, J6ers didn't get due process." Yes, they did. They got to go in front of a judge. That's due process.
Yeah, some got like 30, 40 years.
Stuart Rhodes, I think, had the longest.
And some pardoned them,
Mm-hmm.
which is sick.
He actually put violent criminals back out on the street, like he says that these countries are doing by sending their illegal aliens here.
Exactly, like the Oath Keeper, Stuart Rhodes.
Yep.
Ricky Antaria. Who knows what he's gonna do next if the Democrat wins?
You know what I say they do? I say they go. Somebody go and pick up a Proud Boy, an Oath Keeper, one of those. Snatch him up off the street and go put him in prison and see how see what MAGA does with that.
They should.
Just to make them fight for due process.
Yeah, Trump, why didn't you put the Oath Keepers in prison?
Exactly. All right. Anything else, Patrick?
That's it.
All right.
Well, now Trump is pissed off with the China leader because not making a deal with the tariffs.
Yeah, but he's such a savvy businessman, isn't he? Oh, it's so sad. But thanks for coming up, Patrick. I really do appreciate it. You hope you have a great rest of your night. Yes, canarymission.org. Canarymission.org is an organization that is putting people's names and faces and where they work or live or whatever, or school or whatever, for them to target. It's horrifying. Boxer Mom, I'm assuming you have a poem for us. All right, take us out with a poem.
All right. This is called Autism is Powerful. Autism is not a flaw. It is not something to fix or fear. It is a different kind of brilliance, a deeper kind of knowing, a symphony of thought played on frequencies the world is still learning to hear. It's not broken, it's balanced. It is the mind that sees what others miss, patterns in the static, truth tucked behind silences, beauty hiding behind the noise. Autism is powerful. It is focused so sharp, it cuts through distraction, it builds masterpieces from a single shining thread. It's a memory like a bolt, storing detail, depth, and the sacred things others forget. It is passion, not in small doses, but in avalanches. When they love with every ounce of their being. With honesty, with purpose, with wild, relentless truth. Autism is powerful. It is radical honesty, not rudeness, but raw courage. The strength to speak out without a mask, stand in a world of pretending, and still choose authenticity. It is creativity with no limits, ideas that take flight in directions no robot could contain. It is vision beyond the page, art beyond the brain. It is sensitivity, not fragility, to light, to sound, energy to motion, a nervous system so finely tuned it feels the shit in the room before a word is even spoken. It is kindness, it doesn't shout, but shows up anyway. It's loyalty forged in steel, love that's earned and what's given never leaves. Autism is powerful. No, it's not always easy, but neither is brilliance, neither is truth, neither is changing the world by simply existing as you are. So don't say, I'm sorry. Say, I see you. Say, you are needed. Say, you make this world more whole. Because they do.
They do.
Every single day. Autism doesn't need hearing. It needs championing. Respecting, protecting, celebrating, because autism isn't a weakness. It's a superpower. And we're the ones still learning how to keep up with its light. Thank you, Diava.
Thank you so much. That was so important. It's so lovely. I would actually love to get a copy of that because I would love to read that to my son so that he knows that I feel that way and think about him that way as well. And that other people do too. So if you wouldn't mind sending me a copy of that, I'd love that because I would love to read that to my son.
Yeah, that's so sweet. Yeah, that means the world because they need to know that they're perfect just as they are. And quite honestly, they're more brilliant than us.
Oh, my son's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
He's so smart.
They are. They're so smart. That's what people don't understand. They see things and feel things and hear things we don't because they're more observant. They understand. You know.
And they're not trying to do anything through a fake lens like we do. We do everything like, we have to be politically correct. We don't want to hurt people's feelings. We, fudge things sometimes, but they're like just unapologetically say exactly how they're feeling. They don't mince words, which I think is very important.
Yes, I totally agree.
And they're the most authentic people because they don't mask anything.
No. I mean, honestly, they should be running the country. People with disabilities, and like this place would be a much better world.
Oh my God, yes. Everything would be covered. All people would have the services and help that they needed, and we wouldn't be getting into wars.
Oh, right. You're
So,
right about that. When you said it like that, I'm like, oh my God, that is perfect.
yeah.
Well, I know you got to go feed the kiddos. So,
I do, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your gift with us. And if you wouldn't mind sending me a copy of that, I truly would like to read that to my son because, often they are so misunderstood. And I want to read that to him so that he knows that I feel that way about him as well.
Yeah, awesome. Well, tell him we love him and believe in him as well. And
Thank you. Thank you.
And that his mom is a hero.
Oh, thank you. All right, Boxer Mom. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
You too. Thanks. All right, everybody. Thank you. I know there's a couple of people in the box. I know that they're Trump supporters, which I take Trump supporters every single day from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And then from 6 to 7, I bring anybody up. So if you're in here and you're MAGA, if you want to give me a follow, you can come back tomorrow and debate me. Then you can unfollow me afterward if you want to. But that way you'll see me when I go live tomorrow. But I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll do this all over again. Thank you for the taps, the likes, the loves, the cash apps, the Venmos. But more importantly, just thank you for being here and spending this time with me. I really, really appreciate it. I couldn't do this every single day without you. And I just love each and every one of you so, so very much. And I couldn't be more grateful for your friendship and your support. So thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. Have a great night. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, Nelson. All right. All right, YouTube and Twitch, thank you guys for being here today. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. I love each and every one of you too. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit a little like on this live today. And I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m.